Hello, we're from the Premier Academy, which is a large primary school in Bletchley, Milton Keynes. It's located in a socio-economically deprived area, and it's a very multicultural school. We have, I think, 46 different languages spoken at home by the children, which is fantastic. So it makes a very diverse community. And there are large levels of EAL and ethnic backgrounds. There's around 630 children on roll. It's a three-form entry school. My role here is the music lead here, a specialist music teacher. And what we're talking about here has been our Platinum Artsmark journey, which we awarded earlier this year. We got our Gold Artsmark in 2020, which was our first Artsmark journey. A part of the Platinum journey that we've just been successful on, we incorporated Arts Award, and we put all of our year 5s and 6s through the Arts Award. So it was 90 in each year group, 90 through Discover, and then a whole year group through both Discover and Explore.
Hi, I am Sarah. I am one of the assistant heads at the school. I'm also an art and DT lead, PSHE lead, and the mental health lead as well.
We work together on the Artsmark journey,
yes,
along with obviously all our colleagues in school. So we achieved our Gold Artsmark Award just a few years ago, around 2020. And in the last year, we've achieved Platinum, which is obviously great for us. The main focus of our Platinum Award was our initiative Creativity Across the Curriculum. And this also reflects one of the main differences between our approach to it. We've got as our Gold Award and our Platinum Award. So the main thing that we were focusing on with the most recent, the Platinum Award, was that our Artsmark journey was very much focused on the whole school. So, you know, every teacher in school, every child in the school, as opposed to perhaps, for example, trying to show off the best of the elite of the school, the best choir, what the choir is doing or whatever, that sort of thing. So a lot of it was focused, for example, on trying to get creativity into our daily routines in school, our daily curriculum offer. So not just the music lessons, the art lessons and so forth, but to try to embed creativity, music, art, drama into sort of every lesson across the curriculum. So Sarah, for example, is our art lead, and she did a lot of teacher training for all staff on arts, and she did a survey on seeing what the needs were, the CPD needs were of the class teachers and teaching assistants, and in that way we try to see what's required and embed the creativity across the curriculum. And similarly, we've got lots of fantastic teachers here who've got great ideas, and we've tried to encourage them to share their ideas, their creativity ideas with others, which perhaps didn't happen so much before. So, for example, there are some teachers that are really good at drama. So in their English lessons, they were fantastic at incorporating drama into English lessons creatively, whereas there are other teachers maybe weren't so confident with that. So we try to get this sharing of our creative skills, and that was our principal focus, which got us our Platinum Award. So we called it Creativity Across the Curriculum, but also with our extra offers as well within that award. For example, the things that we do outside of school, we were very much offering this to every child. So examples being that we take groups out to sing in the local community, which a lot of schools do. But for example, the local Christmas event by the local council, we offer it to an entire year group to go out to perform to the local community, which we get fantastic support for. Whereas perhaps previously I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll take, one minibus of 15 children, but no, we're offering it to the whole cohort of 90, and everybody's involved. And we, as part of our Artsmark journey for this Platinum, was going through Arts Award as well. So again, my initial thoughts were, on the previous one when we got gold, was let's try and offer the Arts Award to sort of, our best singers or our best instrumentalists or our best artists. But we managed to get our year fives and our year sixes through the whole year group through Discover and Explore Arts Awards. So we had all 90 children going through those, and that was a combination of art, the work that we're doing in the music. I was doing the Create and Sing program from Royal Opera House with them and tying these together so it was their Arts Award journey, and they all successfully got through those, which was super. And some of our local secondary schools were fortunately that they then go on to offer the sort of bronze, silver, gold as they get older, so they're able to continue that going forward. So our school is located in a very socioeconomically deprived area. It's a very multicultural school, so it's quite diverse. So our Artsmark journey was trying our best to sort of meet the needs of such a diverse community, and to use the culture, the many cultures in the school to help enhance learning and help children sort of gain a wider perspective of the world and so forth. So and the arts can really sort of help in that way and help unite the community and unite the children. So there's so many different cultures within each classroom in the school. So we did a lot of, for example, intercultural learning through the arts. So learning different styles of art. We also did, for example, we do each year a cultural diversity week where each the two things going on there. Each class would take a particular country of the world and look into the sort of the cultural background, the arts, music and dance and so forth, this background of the country, and make displays about it. They take photos and we'd share it in assembly about what they've learned. But also another thing we can do, which we're still ongoing with at the moment, is intercultural learning, where the children in each class are talking about their cultural background, which could be a sort of generational thing. So, talking about where their grandparents from and so forth, and trying to link that through the arts as well. So it could be that they're talking about the sort of dancing in their culture, or the drama, or the artwork, or the food and so forth. So we're trying to use that, and using arts to meet the sort of diverse needs, or the range of the cultures within the school, as a way of one way obviously to unite the children, but also it's very much an intercultural learning from each other, because we can't all be experts on everything, but the children are telling us, and it's another way of linking the school to the local community as well. So the parents and so forth, and we're pretty good on homeschool communication and sharing and celebrating things like this. And we've got some ongoing work at the moment where, like Sarah was saying about other things being displayed, artwork in the local area. We're doing a intercultural project at the moment across representing Milton Keynes for this, to show the multicultural nature of Milton Keynes on that level.
We have, just to put it in context for you, we have 59.4% of our pupils come from an ethnic minority. So you can see how diverse our school is, and we're lucky to have that parent and school connection, where we do invite the parents in to speak about their culture, and allow the children to dress the way they in their cultural clothing, and share what they do at home.
Looking at the different cultures in Milton Keynes, the children interview somebody in their family it's, for example, a grandparent or parent talking about something that they're proud of or from their own cultural background. And then they write about the different things, so the sorts of foods that they used to eat or still eat, and the type of dress they wear and things like that. And they're sort of creating an article there, like a newspaper reporter, and then they're sharing that with their class. But also this is being put together with the resources, so it's going to be shared across different schools in Milton Keynes, from using the children in our school as an example. Trying to embed the arts into the curriculum. One of the aims of this is to obviously making the curriculum as creative as possible, but it's a very good way of engaging children. So the idea for this partly came through post-COVID and lockdown, where there were quite a lot of children who maybe were perhaps less engaged with the academic curriculum, but by incorporating the arts, the creative ideas of it, those children are becoming more and more interested in the work that you do. It's just a different learning style, a different approach, and from that way we're finding a greater success in terms of engagement in the classroom, in the standard curriculum. And also other things, such as, I was speaking for Sarah here, she's done a lot of work on using the arts to try to help with mental health as well. Perhaps you'd like to say more about that, because you're an expert on these things.
Yeah, so we're trying to give children support. We found obviously an increase of mental health in our school, and linking art with the mental health allows them to freely express themselves in a way that they choose. So it's not a matter of this is what our final piece should look like. It's giving them a bit of independence and a bit of them allowance to create something that they want, that inspires them, that represents how they're feeling, and then we talk about it, and we tend to sort of add in a little bit of sort of meditation or quiet music, but it's all getting them sort of focused and self-regulate, really, of obviously their emotions or emotions that they can see around them. So one of our broad challenges that we have as a school and a community is that we do have around about 34.8% of our children accessing pupil premium. So that gives an indication of how many children are in need, and families that are in need of support from obviously the local community and obviously from the school as well, which is roughly about 4.62% higher than national average. So it gives another indication of the deprived area that we're in. But every child loves to come in and loves to know what art we have. And there's one thing obviously that we do in our school. Every child in our school has a piece of artwork displayed around the school. So as you walk through our corridors, they've all got a picture frame with a piece of artwork that they have created in it. So it's lovely to see as you go through our corridors. It's full of bright, uplifting, creative artwork that the children have made. And it could either be stuff that's in picture frames, or it could be models that we have created. So although yes, we are in a deprived area, we do have a high percentage of pupil premium children, or with free school meals as well. We have adapted that and shown the creativity across obviously our curriculum and our learning.
One of the challenges we had was in terms of funding for arts, our journey. The biggest challenge was getting funding to put 90 children through Arts Award, Discover and Explore. That was a challenge. We got through it, but that's the Arts Award funding to keep it up going regularly is quite a challenge, because it's quite expensive. However, I would say because some people do ask, where do you get the money to do all these things and all these opportunities? And the vast majority of the things that we did in Artsmark didn't cost anything at all. It's all free. And if you look out for the opportunities will arise that don't necessarily cost anything. So, for example, the intercultural work project that I was talking about earlier, it's not costing us anything at all to engage in these projects. The creativity across the curriculum, that's all, we've done it all ourselves, internal CPD and so forth. And then the opportunities to go and perform in the local community, the art projects that Sarah's organised in the local communities, it's not cost us anything to do. So funding from that point of view is not a problem, particularly if you're always on the lookout for any free opportunities and so forth. We managed to do, for example, we did a trip to Royal Opera House on a visit, and it didn't cost. We managed. They very kindly arranged us to go for a tour without any cost. And in a couple of weeks, we've got a Year 6 trip to Oxford University, and again, it's not costing us anything. It's part of their outreach program. It's linked to music in that case. So that's something to be aware of, and don't think, oh, this is going to cost. It's the Artsmark journey. It doesn't necessarily need to cost anything. I could also say about, at this point, a big part of our Artsmark journey was looking at external CPD and what we can offer as external CPD. So a strong bounce for this was being involved with the Arts Work Senior Advocate Programme for primary schools. So we worked with in two separate groups. We worked with other primary schools to try to do some collaborative work together, but also to try to help sort of train each other and to get used to and to see what we could do to improve our arts offer within the schools. And then we did some joint work together. Another thing that I do, which is in a big part of the Arts Award, the Artsmark journey, was some international work, and we've got lots of international links with schools, and we share our different music and arts and so forth. So an initiative I'm involved in, from music point of view, every year is Global Science Opera, and our children in Year 5 create a scene for an opera every year. We've just started the one that's going to go out this November, and children in different countries created a scene on a similar that we all link together, and then it's performed online, live, some of it live, some of it recorded, and it around the world in November, and we represent the UK in that. We also did a project, an art project, which is on display in the wall in the corridor, which we did a collaborative project with a school in India, in Kolkata, a school in Palestine, in Jenin, which is having a bad time at the moment, and Bangladesh. And it was on Rivers of Hope, and it was about stopping pollution in rivers. And they created different bits of artwork to do with that they photographed and sent over to us. And Sarah and her Year 6s, do you want to say what you did for that?
Yeah, so I was very at the back seat of this. It was all to do with the children's creativity. Kind of gave them the idea of this is what we're after, something to produce. And I was like, okay, what sort of materials do you need? And they obviously went creative, and we created it was a 3D display with all of the images from the schools that we've been working with abroad, and then we kind of put all of this together. And it was turned into a flag, which was represented for one of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. We were one of the 200 flags to be used, and which now is displayed beautifully in our corridor.
That's super. I'll keep talking because I've got other things to say as well. So the one thing I wanted to say in this was only because I've heard some people say this, is to say with our Artsmark journey, or with Artsmark, are you not just getting an award for something that you do anyway, and therefore paying money for something that you do anyway? And I would strongly disagree with that statement, which I have seen online. It's the problem of looking at forums on Facebook. Because if you look at the Artsmark criteria or the quality principles, those two things, and you actually look at the Artsmark journey through that, you can see there's always room for development in whatever you offer, and you should never be sort of standing still as an arts team. So it's the Artsmark criteria and the quality principles have taken us sort of in a direction, in directions, multiple directions that we probably wouldn't have looked at. When I was talking earlier about offering external CPD, we did quite a lot of offering external CPD, such as talking on webinars with Artswork and things like that. And we ran a CPD for early years music as well, which was quite substantial. We would have never really explored that or gone into that without the Artsmark criteria and going above and beyond, sort of pushing yourself and trying to influence, the idea of influencing other settings with what you offer. So it's not just about what we do here in our own little school, but it's about, hey, can we share good practice with other schools, which is hopefully through doing this similar idea. But we did that a lot. To credit for Artswork, they were very, very helpful with that, being able to share good practice in different ways, such as we've talked about Arts Award in Arts Awards webinars, and how to run Arts Award in school. And so we're trying to look outwards and share good practice, as well as learning for others. And the other thing, we're both really into CPD and so forth. So the two things going on here would be, in terms of CPD, we've got internal CPD where we're trying to train the teachers and from each other as well, not sort of us saying do this, do that, but we're trying to learn from each other, because there were, as I said earlier, there were some people really into art, other people maybe need to be upskilled in certain types of art, or some people really comfortable and good at teaching drama, and other people need some ideas on that, and the same for music. So we're doing the internal, but we're also looking at external CPD and trying to see what's on offer, what opportunities are on offer, as well as trying to keep the momentum of trying to share our own good practice through things like this, so we can try and help others in that way.